You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, man. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the comments. Shout out to the subscriber, Stacy Levin. She sent me a $700 donation with this report. Oh my God. And she says, Ticket, you ain't gonna believe this, and you ain't lying, ma'am. I could not believe it. When I saw it, I salute to you, Stacy. Much love to you, man, for supporting me. And shout out to everybody who be sending me these different stories. But I gotta give her credit, man. She sent me this story, man, and I didn't believe it at first. I couldn't believe it, but then when I saw it, I ain't had no choice but to believe it. Oh my God, man. It is on and cracking, you guys. Hopefully you guys are in here. We're definitely gonna get into this. I want y'all to get the notifications out. Share this video, like this video as y'all come on in here. I have some breaking news for y'all tonight, man. Shout out to Stacy, man. Lord have mercy. $700 donation, man. Straight like that. With the link to the article. I can't believe this, man. And this right here is getting disgusting, y'all. As this thing with the Epstein files, man, everybody was saying, oh, hearsay, this, that, or the third. Man, this thing have gotten completely wicked. So let me get right into it, you guys. According to reports, now you guys remember there was allegations in the Epstein files against the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. And these allegations in the Epstein files were from a, you know what? We just gonna say, you know what? You know what I'm saying? They wasn't of the right, you know what, right? So, yeah. Anyways, and those allegations in the files, the the girl, she basically accused I believe she said that it was Epstein that took her to Trump, and she alleged that Trump had the president Donald Trump had sexually assaulted her. Now she's accused the president of forcing her to give him um top. I'll just say it like that. She said that he forced her to top her off, and she said that she bit his Jimmy. And she said when she bit his Jimmy, he then assaulted her. Now Donald Trump has came out and said that those allegations were false, and that there's no truth to it, and that we need to move on from the Epstein files, and this is all BS. But ladies and gentlemen, I have a couple of bombshells for you tonight, and you know I came with the smoke. It is now being reported, ladies and gentlemen. I put it on the screen. From the Daily Beast is now reporting that those allegations were verified. Let me repeat myself again. According to the reports, they're saying key details of the 13-year-old Trump accuser, her accounts are now been verified. And they're saying that these facts are adding up. And I'm going to read you guys this article. It says the woman who accused the President Donald J. Trump of actually abusing her when she was a teen provided several verifiable details about her life in interviews with the FBI, according to a new report. The woman detailed her alleged abuse by Trump and convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein over 4 interviews in 2019, the Epstein files revealed. The interviews were initially kept secret by the Department of Justice. The Post and Courier reported that the woman gave FBI agents details about her family background and legal history, which the paper was able to verify as true. The South Carolina paper corroborated several aspects of the woman's life using archived government records and news reports, although none of the newly verified details relate directly to her accusations about Trump. But the White House press secretary, Caroline Levitt, told the Daily Beast in a statement that her allegations were completely baseless and came from a sadly disturbed woman. The newly corroborated details suggest that the woman was truthful about numerous aspects of her life in those interviews with the FBI. In her account to the FBI, the woman claimed that Donald Trump forced her to commit a sex act on him sometime around 1984. after she was recruited by Jeffrey Epstein, then friend of Donald J. Trump. Right? Now, let me put this on the screen for y'all. Let me put this on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, before I finish reading this article, let me put this on the screen for y'all. Let me put this on the screen for you guys. Before I finish reading this article, let me put this on the screen. Hold on. Okay. Y'all got to forgive me for, if you have youth, put them, don't let them listen to this. Do not let them read this. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Let me take this off the screen. All right, you guys. So, as y'all see right there, and this is, I'm still going through this article, you guys. So, basically, as you guys see right there, on this paper right here, it says Bleep could not recall the identities of the other individuals present. However, they all exited when Trump asked everyone to leave the room. Trump mentioned something to the effect of, "Let me teach you how bleeps are supposed to be." You can read that on the screen, end quote. Trump unzipped his pants and put Bleep head down to his bleep. Bleep, quote unquote, bit the out of it, end quote. Trump struck Bleep and said words to the effect of, "Get this little BIT the hell out of here." Bleep advised she bit Trump's P because he disgusted her. He had money. It reeked off of him. At that point, people re-entered the room. No further information provided. Bleep recalled the blonde, beautiful woman approaching her at some point that day after the interaction with Trump. The woman said, "Let me give you a tip little about your wear every night." These words have stayed with her throughout the years, right? That was in the what was classified reports. But let's keep going in the article. So it says she said that Epstein began abusing her and trafficked her to several men between her being the age of 10 and 15 years old. After he responded to an advertisement for babysitting services, her mother, a real estate agent in South Carolina, placed in a packet she provided to her clients. The woman named one Ohio businessman as one of her abusers, describing him as a man with gray hair and big ears. She told agents she believed he was affiliated with a Cincinnati-based college. The Post-Courier reported that unnamed Ohio businessman was a board member of the college. The Daily Beast is not disclosing the woman's identity in accordance with its policy on sexual assault victims. The woman told agents that she only saw Epstein once in a non-sexual context, recalling a chance encounter at a Rick James concert in Savannah, Georgia, when she was about 15 years old. The newspaper records confirm that James regularly performed in the Savannah area at that time, according to the Post and Courier. The woman also said that Epstein had blackmailed her with nudes pics and that her mother embezzled money from her employer in an attempt to pay off Epstein around 1985. The mother ended up in federal prison in Columbia, South Carolina, according to the woman. Records confirmed that her mother was involved in a crime of this nature around that time, the Post is reported, and the Courier reports as well. So that has been confirmed as well, what she said about her mother in the story. Let me repeat that again. So she basically, let me repeat this again. So they're saying that they got a lot of her story that's been corroborated now, you guys. Let me see this right here. It says the woman told agents that she only saw Jeffrey Epstein once in a non-sexual context. Only once in a non-sexual context. Recalling a chance encounter at a Rick James concert in Savannah, Georgia when she was about 15 years old. The newspaper records confirm that Rick James regularly performed in Savannah area at that time, according to the Post and Courier publication. The woman also said that Jeffrey Epstein had blackmailed her with her nudes and that her mother embezzled money from her employer in an attempt to pay off Epstein in 1985, around 1985. The mother ended up in federal prison near Columbia, South Carolina, according to the woman. This is the lady who said all these allegations. The records are confirming that her mother was involved in a crime of this nature around that time. The Post and Courier has reported as well. Matter of fact, I have more documents here. I have even more documents, you guys. Hold on. I have more documents, right? That corroborate a lot of aspects of this woman's story. This is gonna get real wicked because I'm not finished. Y'all don't want to go nowhere because the end, the finale of what I'm gonna tell y'all, man. The finale of what I'm finna tell y'all, man. Bro, all y'all was sitting on here capping. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me make sure I get this up on the screen for y'all. Okay, I'll put this up here right now. All right. So I got to get this part up here for y'all. Boom. Let's get that up there for y'all. There we go. Now, as y'all can see that, or y'all might not be able to see that, right? So depending on if you can or can't see that, it's okay. I'm going to tell you what it says. All right. So basically, it says, please see below with criminal history and disposition. I'm reaching out to get clarification on the response, and that's blacked out, right? Now, the date on this is the Thursday the 7th, August the 20, August of 2025, right? That's the date on this paperwork right here, right? Now it says, complaint summary. This is the first yellow box in the upper left-hand corner I'm reading. It says blank, and the name is blanked out, you guys. It says reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral on, let me repeat that again. Let me repeat this again. I'm in the top left-hand first box that has the yellow out, y'all. So it says blank reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform top on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 or 8 years old when this happened. The friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing top. The friend allegedly was hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the response. This is the line right beside it, the box right beside it, the yellow box. It says, spoke with the caller who identified Bleep as a friend. Lead was sent to the Washington office to conduct the interview. Then it says criminal history, the last little box on the top right-hand corner. It says results matching the date of birth for criminal history in South Carolina, date of arrest 6/18/1987 for assault and battery, high and aggravated nature, right? Now, the second box, it's a white box. This says right here, Bleep reported that she has a friend, Leslie McMichael, who was a personal assistant to Epstein in Florida from 1986 until 1991, 1992. This friend shared names of some of the guests at Epstein's parties to include Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. Second box. Second box. Remember I told y'all I don't trust none of these people? But Bill Clinton said up there, I don't know anything. Man, I don't trust a goddamn word he said. Let's keep going. Second box. 2 voicemails left, no response received. Third box, criminal history. So the response was 2 voicemails were left, no response received. The third box was none, criminal history none. Now, the third one, the name is redacted, right? Then it's a yellow box again. The yellow box says at age while modeling, caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, caller reported that she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, 2 twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured the caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Orrin all worded her best friend and a third brother, Tao, all worded a 8-year-old girl named Katie LNU. Caller named other individuals involved in a quote unquote big ORGY parties, end quote, with her, other young and older Victoria's Secret models, including President Bill Clinton, President Donald J. Trump. Online complainant reported she was a victim and witness to a trap ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, between 1995 and 1996. Complainant reported that Ghislaine Maxwell, as the madam and broker for these parties, clients whom included Jeffrey Epstein, Robin Leach, and Donald Trump. Complainant reported participating in the ORGIESs and that some girls went missing, rumored to have been unalived and put under the ground at the facility. Complainant reported being threatened by Trump's head of security that if she ever talked of what went on there or who she saw, he would end up as fertilizer for the back 9 holes like the other CUN bleeps. Lord have mercy. Response, yellow box. Second to the last bottom, in the middle, yellow box. Complainant was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research shows 3 separate incidents involving police which requested a mandatory psychiatric evaluations. Criminal history, possible order of protection matching the name and the date of birth. The next one, white box, that's the last one, or the second to last one at the bottom. Claims he was contacted by a female victim of Epstein who wants to publish a book. Complainant provided background for himself, such as working with prominent figures such as Leslie Wexner and Jeffrey Epstein. Being pardoned by a U.S. president, among several other pieces of information, the victim reportedly knew about criminal activity that occurred in multiple states and on airplanes, and told complainant that there were films. Let me repeat this again. There were films, this is what he said, of prominent men such as Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. And that that Ghislaine Maxwell is in those videos as well. Let me repeat that again. Yo, bro, I don't give a damn about no Nuggets game, man. Get the hell off my channel, bro, before I block your stupid ass, man. Hold on, get off my channel, bro, with that shit, man. You hear me? I'm in here talking about something important, fool. The hell you come here talking about the Denver Nuggets. Go, man, go sit down somewhere, dog. Let me repeat that again. So this other guy, right here in the white box down there at the bottom on the left-hand side, it says claims he was contacted by a female victim of Epstein's who wants to publish a book. Complainant provided background for himself, such as working with prominent figures such as Leslie Wexner and Jeffrey Epstein. Being pardoned by a U.S. president, among several other pieces of information, the victim reportedly knew about criminal activity that occurred in multiple states and on airplanes, and told complainant that there were films of prominent men such as Jeffrey Epstein, former President Bill Clinton, current President Donald Trump, and that Ghislaine Maxwell is in the videos as well. The response, they say there was no probative information, criminal history, FBI number, bleep, gun permit, says that, right? Then the last one, it says, complainant reported meeting a Lisa Villanueva at a hospital where they were roommates in 2000, who now goes by Ghislaine Lisa Villanueva, complainant, right? That's all that says. Now let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, it says, in addition, the mother's boss at the real estate firm pursued criminal charges against the mother, according to the paper, with records indicating she was accused of stealing $22,000. Both Trump, both the Trump accuser and her mother later settled on the West Coast. In the 2019 FBI interviews, the woman spoke of calls to her mother at an assisted living facility on the West Coast. The Post and Courier has reported that the mother listed a private nursing care home as an address in her later years, and that a Washington state death record matches the mother's age and name. Alongside her accounts of alleged abuse by Epstein and other men in the FBI interviews, which were released by the Department of Justice last week, the woman described allegedly getting trafficked to President Donald J. Trump when he was a developer with a new casino in Atlantic City. She told the FBI that she first met Donald Trump when Epstein took her to a very tall building with huge rooms in the New York or New Jersey area when she was between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. Now, and I quote, she said that he said, "Let me teach you little girls how are supposed to be," she alleged Trump said. The woman alleged that Trump skills her after the others left the room. She alleged again that Trump unzipped his and put her head down to his, and she bit the ish out of it, the FBI report states. Right? And I have some more paperwork down here too that was actually confidential, right? I'm not gonna put that on the screen though. That's too graphic. I'm not gonna put that on the screen. That's too graphic, man. According to the FBI summary, the woman alleged that Trump then struck her and others to take her out the room, a point she clarified in a later interview. Blank clarified that when she previously said Trump struck her after she bit him on the beefcake, she provided further details that he bleeped her hair and punched her on the side of her head. In the fourth and final interview, the files released by the DOJ indicate that the woman told investigators she felt discouraged about pursuing the allegations because the incidents had happened decades earlier. What's the point, she added, or she said. When reached for comment, the newly verified details of the woman's account, Levitt provided Daily Beast with a recycled statement. These are completely false and baseless accusations backed by zero credible evidence from a sadly disturbed woman who has an extensive criminal history. The total baselessness of these accusations is also supported, right, by the obvious fact that Joe Biden's Department of Justice knew about them for 4 years and did nothing with them because they knew President Trump did absolutely nothing wrong, Levitt said. She added that, as we have said countless times, President Trump has been totally exonerated by the release of the Epstein files. Lisa Bloom, the woman's attorney, declined to comment when reached out by the Daily Beast. Previously, the Department of Justice had only released a memo in which the woman accused Epstein, following a backlash as well as threats from Democrats to open an investigation into the missing files. The Department of Justice released the other memos on Thursday, claiming that they had been incorrectly tagged as duplicates and withheld. After this error was found, the department reviewed the entire batch of duplicative files to ensure no other mistakes were made. During this review, 15 additional documents that were incorrectly coded as duplicative were found, a Department of Justice statement reads. Additionally, the Southern District of Florida separately determined that 5 prosecution memos initially marked as privileged could be released while still protecting the privileged materials. All 20 of these documents are now live in the Epstein Files Transparency Act. In our continued effort to maximum transparency, the department will make all files coded as duplicative uh, available for members of Congress to review in the congressional reading room. End quote. The Trump Department of Justice mobilized hundreds of lawyers to review and release millions of pages of files related to Jeffrey Epstein and his crimes, a feat that no other Justice Department ever attempted. We continue to address concerns as they are raised, and the public can view files for themselves online, and lawmakers continue to be invited to view the unredacted files as well. Trump vehemently denied any wrongdoing in the connection with his friendship with Epstein and has not been charged with any crime. There are more than 38,000 references to Donald Trump, Melania Trump, the president's Mar-a-Lago estate, and other related words and phrases in the Justice Department's Epstein Files January dump, according to the New York Times. Man, and not only that, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, CNN has also recovered actual Epstein video files. Now, in these video files, I won't say it, I'll let them say what's in these files. We did not redact.
Tonight, a CNN investigation revealing unredacted videos of young women, including at least one minor who says she's just 15, posted by the Justice Department as part of its Epstein file release. The videos showing women's faces and bodies unblurred, in some cases in compromising situations. MJ Lee is out front. Unredacted videos of young women that CNN has censored here are among the millions of Jeffrey Epstein-related files released by the Justice Department. An extensive CNN review of the Epstein files uncovered at least 7 videos featuring unredacted women. Hi from Doreen.
Now, as they say this, they're actually showing these videos on CNN, but they have the faces blocked out. So you can't see the faces and that, but they actually have these videos now. Hold on.
This girl, dressed in a bikini and heels, seemingly doing a model walk, says she is just 15 years old.
Hello, my name is I'm 15 years old. I'm 1.78 centimeters long, and I'm from England.
It was only after CNN inquired about them that a DOJ spokesperson said Thursday the videos in question have been removed and are being reviewed for appropriate redactions. This error message is now in the video's place. One of the videos included brief nudity when a young woman pulls up her shirt to expose her breast after singing Happy Birthday. The publication of these videos risk the potential re-victimization of women who may have been abused by Epstein years ago. It was also in violation of the DOJ's stated criteria on what information would be redacted in the Epstein files in order to protect the victims.
To protect victims, we redacted every woman depicted in any image or video, with the exception of Ms. Maxwell. We did not redact images of any men, unless it was impossible to redact the woman without also redacting the man.
Like so many other Epstein files, these videos are not accompanied by any information providing context about them, including who these women are, who took the videos, or the date that they were taken. The DOJ has also faced fierce criticism for other improper redactions in the Epstein files, including publishing victims' names, birthdays, and addresses, and the over-redaction of information about individuals who may have helped Epstein.
Your Department of Justice initially released nude photographs and even the identities of Jane Does who had been protected for decades until your department released their names.
Attorney General Pam Bondi was grilled this week by lawmakers in a contentious hearing and vowed that the DOJ was acting quickly to correct any mistakes.
If someone's name was redacted, we said right away was not redacted and should have been, meaning a victim. We went back and redacted it. We're doing everything.
Man, I'm finna tell y'all this right now. These people gonna keep digging, man. They gonna keep digging, man. You guys let me know what y'all think, man. They're saying that key details of this girl's account have been verified, man. Donald Trump is denying it. He's innocent unless proven guilty. We have to say that because it hasn't went to any court of law. But the Daily Beast is now reporting that key details of this girl's accounts have been verified, man. And now CNN has come out with video. You go on CNN and look at it yourself, man. It's crazy work, man. Man, bro. This stuff is crazy, man. And Bill Clinton sitting up there talking about he ain't know nothing about nothing. Man, these people, man, this is why I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I don't believe none of them. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't play no politics because it's called politics. It's a bird with two wings and the same bird. So when Trump says, well, why didn't the Democrats release them? Because it's easy to tell, fool. They ain't gonna release something that they're in. They in the files too. Why would they want to release that and they're in the files too? Make it make sense. They would have released them. No, your people, you did all that talking, and your own people made you release them because they thought they really believed that shit you were saying. Well, we're gonna drain the swamp and all this other stuff. Come on, man. But Donald Trump says he's innocent. All these people are lying. It's all lies. It's all made up. It's all fabricated, y'all. So that's the story. Now you got to ask yourself what you believe. Once again, Donald Trump says it's all lies, all fabricated, all BS. None of it's true. None of it's true. None of this stuff is true. They got him and Bill Clinton up in the allegations. One of them made allegations that he was on a plane together, and there's videos of this stuff doing things. So and then they try to say, oh, well, those are uncorroborated. Okay, cool, no problem. No problem. Donald Trump says he's innocent. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, he say everybody lying, man. They all lying on him, man. Like I said before, man, you believe what you want to believe. Y'all see all these fake-ass people on YouTube running around here ducking this smoke? They ducking this shit because they ain't real like that. They just talk it. They don't walk it. Melanie King, you ducking all this smoke. You ducking all this smoke. I see you. You don't want to talk about none of this. Like, share, subscribe, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.